Clear prop.
For 8027 Foxtrot, it'll be right traffic for you. Make right traffic, report midfield on the right downwind each time, and you're clear for takeoff runway 32.
Clear for takeoff 32, right traffic, and report midfield right traffic, 8027 Foxtrot. Alrighty, so as we go out, landing light and strobe lights come on. Transponder's already on. This is just the, this is a code he sees in the control tower, so he knows that we're VFR traffic, which is just what that number means.
So that thing transmits every time the light goes up?
I don't think it's actually related to the light. It's just lights just to let us know that it's actually on.
Okay.
But yes, it's a beacon, and that's what any air traffic controller sees when looking at us. So, like if we were flying somewhere, you get on with flight following, and they give you a specific code. Right. And that specific code is how they know that you're the right person they're looking at.
Right.
Alrighty, so we're ready to go. Everything's good. Yep. All right, ready to go. Heels down on the floor, full power. Airspeed's live. Proper compass setting. No wind correction, which is nice. And going above 60 knots. A little bit of right rudder. And we're off. So now what I'm doing is climbing steadily until I get about 700 feet above the field elevation. So the airport was at 200 feet above mean sea level. So I just know it based on my altimeter here. This is 500 feet.
I kind of wondered what it was.
That'll be 600 feet above. So right around here, I'm going to start my turns of right traffic. And keep climbing. I'm not used to right traffic, so this might be a little bit interesting. And I'm watching that runway heading. And I'll roll out on 90 degrees with it, right about here. I'm going to reduce my power.
Right. I say that as if I know anything.
Reduce power, come back to 90 knots, and cruising at traffic pattern altitude. And right about there, turn to downwind. And if you heard what the controller said to us, was report right traffic, midfield, downwind. So downwind is describing the legs of the traffic pattern.
Okay.
So downwind is when we're traveling in the direction of the wind. Since we took off with the wind, that's this way, right?
Right.
So when I'm in the center of the field, it's going to tell him where we are and what we want. So that's right about now. Nashua Tower, Warrior 8027 Foxtrot is midfield right downwind 32, like touch and go, please.
27 Foxtrot, runway 32, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go, 32, 8027 Foxtrot. And then once I beam the numbers out there, which just means that my wing is passing over the numbers,
right.
I start bringing my power back. Do before landing checklist, which is, we memorize that with the mnemonic GUMPS. So that's gas, undercarriage, which we don't have, mixture, right. Master, magnetos, fuel pump's on, all the lights are on. And I just start bringing the power out to slow us down. We do have a bit of wind going with us here, about 10 knots of wind, which is not bad.
10 knots of, okay.
10 knots, about like 11 or 12 miles an hour. Yeah, right traffic, it's been a while. And then once I'm here, I'm going to roll out quickly. So I can add 1, 2 notches of flaps, which you see slows us down a lot. That's kind of like the brakes in your car.
Yeah, I noticed that.
You know, aerodynamic braking. And then if you see, do you see the 4 lights to the left of the runway?
Yeah.
4 white lights.
Yeah.
As we descend, those should turn from 4 white lights to 3 and then 2. And we should have 2 white, 2 red, if I do a good job. And when I have the runway made, I'm going to go full flaps. Right about now. There's 1, see? And I can come in short of that. That just lets me know that I'm really clear of all obstacles.
Right.
And here's the road we were on earlier. Right there.
That is really fascinating.
And if I'm good, I should touch down right after the numbers. Then I clean up the airplane, carb heat comes off, trim set, flaps up. Full power.
And you're allowed to just do that?
Yep.
Really?
Because what I asked him was that I was cleared touch and go. And that's literally what that is.
Gotcha.
I can also ask for, obviously a full stop if I want to get off the runway. I can ask for a stop and go, which is where I literally come to a dead stop on the runway with my brakes on, clean everything up, and then go around again. Which is for, like, if I was trying to get my nighttime currency.
Right.
Nashua Tower, Skyhawk 12520 is about 8 to the east with Kilo.
12520 Nashua Tower, make the straight in and report a 4-mile final over the Merrimack River.
That's the straight in with a 4-mile final report, 520.
And the other alternative to that is requesting the option, which is the option to do either one. So there's my 90 degrees again. Start reducing power. 90 knots at traffic pattern altitude. And if you see, if I'm good, we should kind of end up turning around the same points each time. That's the way I'm judging it, is with 45-degree angles off the end of the runway.
I think you're pretty good.
Not bad. I think this is Teresa's house somewhere down here.
Yeah.
I don't actually know. And then I'll report to him again when we're midfield left downwind.
We're to fly over where you live. It's like, what?
Nashua Tower, Warrior 8027 Foxtrot is midfield right downwind, 3-2, like touch and go, and then departure to the northwest.
27 Foxtrot, roger, runway 32, you're clear touch and go, then you're straight out departure to the northwest, approved after.
Clear touch and go 3-2, straight out afterwards, thank you, 8027 Foxtrot. Alrighty. Bring the power back. Before landing checklist, gumps. Gas, undercarriage, mixture, master max. Fuel pump landing later on. Bring the power out. And as soon as I have it made, full flaps, power out. This is what Eric has a tough time with, is kind of aiming for something before the runway. Kind of the I don't want to die effect.
Right.
But if I aim for this grass right before here, look at how much power I still have. Or how much energy I still have to lose here. And I can keep holding this off all the way over here, just slowing me down. Until I'm really, really ready to touch down. It should be nice.
Yeah, that was...
Yeah. Alright, well, the car piece off at full power.
So it's almost like you're practicing every time.
And Nashua 520 is over the river.
520 on a 3-2, clear to land.
Clear to land, 520.
Alrighty. So what we can do is I'll take a look at what's here. I'm going to pull up my sectional chart. If you want to keep an eye out for traffic for just a minute.
Okay.
Now the Manchester airspace here, you can see, has a floor of 2,500 feet. So I am going to stay below that altitude on my way out of here. But if I kind of just aim us in the right direction, we should be out from underneath it before we have to worry about it.
Right.
So I'm going to hold us off at this altitude here on our way out. And then as soon as we're clear of his airspace, fuel pump landing light can come off.
System 520, monitor ground and taxi to the hangar.
Beautiful night.
We'll monitor ground taxi to the hangar, 520.
If you can see, this green line here is the Nashua Class D airspace, which is why I'm still obligated to talk to the tower. So as soon as we're clear of that, I'll let him know, and then we can go do whatever we want.
Gotcha.
Which is get some altitude, get out from underneath this airspace here. I don't know.
Is that just using GPS then?
Yes.
It's not talking to the plane at all?
No. You can. That's actually, we just got that. That's the white box back there, is the Stratus.
Nice.
So I'm just going to make a call to him if you give me 1 second.
Yep.
And Nashua Tower, Warrior 8027 Foxtrot's clear to the northwest.
Roger, for exchange approved. Have a good flight.
All right, we'll see you in a few. All right. So now we're clear of both airspaces, so we can climb again. You having fun?
Yeah.
Good.
Are you joking me? Dude, whole side of life, dude, that I've never
I know.
touched. Is that Boston? I'm not sure. Way out there.
Yes, it is. Wow, very clear night.
Yeah,
Nice.
That's really sweet. I wonder if I take a picture of it, I'll be able to pick it up later.
Cool. So, we're just going to head out this way for a while. This is usually a very low traffic area. And now that we're away from any controlled airspace, would you like to fly for a bit?
What does that entail?
Take your feet, put them on the bottom of the rudder pedals, the black part down here.
Just put them on them?
Yep, just your toes up on the black part. Can you feel me? Can you feel
Yeah,
that?
I can feel that, yep.
All right, cool.
Yep.
And then one hand, two hands. I always fly one hand because that's what we do, but you can do that.
Right.
And then I'm just going to noodle, and then it's all yours.
Okay.
Okay?
Whoa.
And feel down here with the rudder pedals. See what that does?
I don't quite
Understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is bank, right?
Right.
But if you see this little black thing right there,
Yeah.
that's literally just a level. So I can yaw us to one way or the other with the rudder pedals, right?
Right.
And then climb, obviously.
Okay.
So why don't you get us back down to 3,500. So get this needle down here.
With the airport in sight.
Ready?
Yeah.
So you have the plane. And you repeat that you have the plane.
4 for 3, 1031.
So you get us back down to here.
I'm like pushing inwards?
Yeah, just an ever so slight, something like that. Until you see our vertical speed go negative, just a little bit.
Right.
And then you can hold it like right about there. I'll manage power for you.
Right.
For 3,000.
3,000, we have company 1035.
Why don't you make a 90-degree right turn?
And I do that how? Just by...
So you take a look at where we are.
Yep.
So 90 degrees is going to be 330.
Okay.
But make it nice. You felt what I was doing before.
Yeah.
Nice 20-degree bank. See if you can keep us at the same altitude. I know you're good, so you can actually try to do this. Nice. Nice, smooth 20 degrees. And then what you would do is you want to look at this and add a little bit of rudder to step on the ball and get it to be centered. And that way you know you're coordinated. So what that means, you ever notice in an airliner, when you bank, your glass of water stays in the same place? That's what that does.
Interesting.
So I can do that here too.
So...
And we're going to roll out there, actually. I was just heading over to another airport that I was at a couple days ago. It's got a Kimball's Farm ice cream out there.
Really?
Yeah, it was so nice.
So incredible.
1031, clear visual, 24, maintain 170 knots.
So why don't you see, this is something you have to do to get your license. See if you can give us, I'll give you the not so hard version of it.
Right.
See if you can do 360-degree turn and end up back in the same heading at the same altitude.
A 300, okay.
Yep.
So does it matter what direction?
No, pick one. Why don't you go left, because I can see that better.
1031, contact Manchester Tower 121.3, good night.
Yeah, good night, 1031.
See if you can hold like 15 to 20 degrees bank, something like that. Right there. And you can do it visually too, and like see where the wing is.
Right, that's what I'm...
Yep.
Report them inside.
Okay, we're looking for company. We're going down to 3,000. We get 1089.
Actually, I'll give you a heading to roll out on. Go roll out on like 150, so right here. See if you can roll out on that heading, and then fly it straight.
Did I get it?
Yeah, perfect. Yep. Some of the trickiest stuff that it takes the longest to learn that even I'm still working on is being able to see things. So where's the airport?
I don't know.
I have no clue. It's somewhere over there.
Yeah.
I mean, you see the town of Nashua.
Right.
But like, I think it's this field right there.
That thing.
You see a little lake, and then
yeah,
I think that's it. And then I can't believe the visibility tonight's fantastic. Boston out there. All right, now I got to get the ATIS for where we were, which is 12510, 12510.
Lima. Nashua Airport information, Lima, 2350 Zulu. Wind variable at 3, visibility 10. 2 clouds 8,000. Temperature 24, dew point 13. Altimeter 29er, 905.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Visual approach and use, arriving and departing runway 32. Use caution for skydiving in progress at the Pepperell Airport, 5 miles south of Nashua, 15,000 and below. Advise on initial contact you've received ATIS information, Lima.
All right, so we have Lima. Flat back over to tower, which is 1332. And we're going to let him know where we are, which is about southwest, 10 miles southwest, inbound information, Lima, full stop. Yeah, that's about right. Maybe we have a little bit of time. Do you want to do a couple more landings over there?
Sure.
All right.
Because that's my city, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, feel free to like sightsee this time.
Yeah.
Instead of panicking, which is I'm sure what you were doing before.
Actually, dude, I was totally chill. I'm actually relatively level-headed, believe it or not.
I can tell.
Did you notice that?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
kind of like, it's whatever.
I can tell. Yep.
I can't believe that's Boston right there.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
and can you see the water, too?
Yeah, of course.
And there's Cape Cod.
Yeah.
Out past that.
I mean, it's just like, and I live here. Do I really?
Yeah, that's the part of going away to college. It's really kind of weird. And just for fun, by the way, you lose about 5 degrees Fahrenheit per 1,000 feet. Okay. So that's why we have air conditioning up here, is it's like below 60 degrees. And we're only at 3,000 feet.
Wow.
All right, so I'm going to give him a call, so if you can get me quiet for just 1 second.
Yep.
Make sure we're on the right. Yep, all right, good. Nashua Tower, Warrior 8027 Foxtrot, 9 miles to the south. Inbound with information, Lima.
8027 Foxtrot, Nashua Tower, out here on the left base, runway 32, and report a 2 mile left base.
Report 2 mile left base, runway 32, 8027 Foxtrot. Cool. That means we can head straight in there.
Which means there's like nobody around, basically.
Yep, that's usually, I mean, I also don't hear anybody. We've been on that frequency the whole time.
Great. Also, what's that?
That city?
Yeah. Is that Lowell, Mass?
I think it is. Let's take a look. That's what we have chats for. Look at all that.
I think I recognize like the UMass Lowell like freshman tower thing. Actually, yeah.
That's Lowell. That's what that is.
I have a brain.
Nashua Tower, Warrior 8027 Foxtrot, the 2 mile left base for 32 over the highway.
27 Foxtrot, runway 32, clear to land.
Clear to land 32, 027 Foxtrot. Coming in right over the highway. I always enjoy that.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's also important part of learn to fly. What are you going to do if you lose an engine and you're in the middle of nowhere?
What do you do? What do you do?
Pick a field, pick a highway, whatever looks good to you. Whatever's going to get you not
just wants to verify taxi to park.
not dead.
That's affirmative. You can taxi to parking.
Excellent, thank you, 172.
And I can't see the taxiways at all. I think that's one. Yep. You see, then I'm looking
so
for...
Foxtrot, you can continue to Charlie and make the left turn, and then monitor 121.8 while you taxi to the ramp.
Turn off on Charlie, monitor ground, 0.88027 Foxtrot. So there's nobody else here, so he just told me to make an easier taxi. I can go all the way up here to taxiway Charlie, which is this one. And then what I'm looking for on the runway, see how you got the yellow line to the left of the center line?
Yep.
That's to let me know that this is a place where I can turn off. Because at night, it's impossible. If you saw what I'm doing down there, that's both brakes at the same time.
Gotcha.
What I can also do is with the toe brakes, which is at the top, is at the top of the pedals. But what you can do with that is you can make really tight turns because you have differential braking. I can brake each wheel separately.
Right.
So I'll actually show you what that's like up here.
Does it cause a turn?
Yeah, I just need to be on 121. Yeah, we're going to go park in the same spot. But just for fun, I'll show you what that feels like. Because think about it, it breaks that wheel. It's like I'll pivot on that wheel, right?
Right there?
No, watch. This is like how I line up for my hangar back at Worcester. Watch, ready? Right?
Oh, weird.
Kind of funky.
That is fascinating.
And we seemed clear of this guy here, but watch, be careful. Cool, and we can shut down.
Ducks, dude.
Parking brake on, throttle's down low, fuel pump landing light can come off, all electrical comes off.
No way, dude.
Hope you enjoyed.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like real. Now.
It is really real.
And it's a whole other part of the world that you've never even heard of.
Oh, I know.
Yep.
I mean, it's just, yeah, dude.
It's real.
It's very real. It's
very real.